Okay, I'm
just
putting it on now.
okay.
Hi, everybody. This is Donna's Graphic Stage. I hope you're doing well today. So I've got two guests with me. I've got Yvette Qualley, and I have Creative Nana, aka Sheila, with me. We are doing a live chat for the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge. We have a Bonnie and April in the chat as well. I'm sorry you're not feeling very well, April. We hope you feel better soon. We are going to go ahead and have a good time just talking about what we've done this year and what we're looking forward to next year. We've got 4 people who've been a part of the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge with us either in chat or here online. Jojo looks like she's not able to join us today, and Trisha is traveling to India again. So we have had a lot of fun this year getting to know each other and making lots of fun, amazing journals and crafts. So we're just going to talk about where we've been and where we're going this next year and give you guys a chance to chat and see some of the artists here. So welcome, Nana. Welcome, Yvette. I'm so glad you can join us.
Hi,
Thanks for
guys.
joining us, Bonnie and April. So how has your guys' holiday been? How's your Christmas been so far? Yvette?
Oh, so far so good.
Good, good. So what
Yes.
we're going to do is I'm probably going to end up putting, you're welcome to look at Nana and I, but both of us are a little bit camera shy. And my system is doing, my camera system's acting a little weird. So we're going to have Yvette do some crafting. You're welcome to craft with us. Nana is with some family. And we are just going to have a good time together. So Nana, did you have a good Christmas as well?
Yes, we've had hectic Christmases and pretty good. We're still not completely through because we got family all over the state. So we'll be having some later on, probably in January, because we're waiting on the new grandbaby and she can't travel. So we'd rather have her and the baby with us. So we're holding off on some.
Yay! A new grandbaby. That's always wonderful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I have a great grandnephew that was born this year, so that's always fun too. So, okay, well, I'll give you guys a heads up a little bit on what the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge was for 2024. There were 6 of us who decided to get together and make 12 journals in 12 months. And that's what we were able to accomplish. We all decided to join the fun and post 2 journals a month on our progress of either journals or projects related to crafting, whether it was cleaning up your office space, doing mass makes, or another type of project like crocheting or any project that you wanted to do and check off your bucket list. That was the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge. So we did that this year for 2024, and we're going to continue it for 2025. And there won't be just 6 of us, there's going to be 11 of us. And we're really excited about that too. So I will give you some more details about that. So that is thrilling. But I'm looking back at this last year, and I haven't counted all the videos that we've done, but I know we've done over 250. We're probably close to 300 journal or 300 videos that we have posted this year, which is amazing. So Yvette, is there a favorite thing that, yeah, Yvette's sewing away there. I keep interrupting her. But Yvette, is there a project from the 12 by 12 that was your favorite project this year?
Yes. So I did a grungy journal, and I'd never done something that was like that grungy, and it's been on my bucket list for a while, but it was a little bit intimidating because of, making it look older. Um, so that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that one. And then I did another one, was my 12 journals. I did 12 skinny journals in a month, and that was that was the most challenging because of my time constraints. But I was able to get those done, and I felt really accomplished by that. But yeah, by far for me, the most fun project was my grungy journal, because I got to beat up my journal with with a hammer and stuff. I watched Louise Hensel. Is that how you say it? And
Yes.
she showed a process where you take a hammer or scissors or whatever, and you grunge it all up. And I had a lot of fun with that one.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I love watching Louise Heinzel. We're doing the 12 by 12 or doing Defender Ember for the 12 by 12. I know me and Juju are doing that, and Bonnie joined me. And I've got some beautiful journals from both of them and from you as well. So I think my favorite thing about the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge is staying in contact with y'all,
Yeah.
because it's so easy to get, you know, in our groove and do our own thing, but having us working in collaboration with each other, we've got to stay in contact. We talk more frequently about different projects we're working on. We've been inspired each other. We've shared ideas, and that has been really my favorite thing about the whole experience of doing the 12 by 12 collab. Some of my favorite things that we saw this year was Trisha in India. Just her going and trying to source things was so fun to watch her do that, and the different things she was able to come up with. We've been working with Bonnie with Daisies and Grace as well, and she's going to join us in both helping us with videos and helping you guys share your ideas on her Facebook channel. So go ahead and check out Daisies and Grace. We will put it in the link below and on Facebook, and we will just send your 12 by 12 junk journal challenges for 2025 there, and we will get a chance to see the beautiful work that you're doing, and we'll be all sharing our ideas as well. So Bonnie says that grunge is fun, and then Juju says all the different styles and skills in one place is awesome. So that's true. So we had a playlist that had everybody's, as many as possible, everybody's journals on a playlist, and you could just hit the playlist and you got to see all these different styles of artists do different things. So I'm much more of let's do a flip through of journals because I make lots of journals. And Nana is like, what can I make out of nothing? And Yvette's really great at having a project in mind and completing it and making it look beautiful. April she's the challenge queen. She'll do all the different challenges and share the different projects that she's learned from her experimenting all year long. And Jojo is really great at just taking a project and explaining how to do it. So we all have brought different things to the experience. And I know next year is going to be even twice as fun because we have twice as many artists there. So it's going to be great. So really quick, I wanted to share with you the artists. Let me get me back on just so that I could pop this up really quick. So we have the new artists. We've got Yvette. She's going to be leading in January. Nana's going to be leading in February. Thumbprint Creations, Carrie's going to be leading in March. Jojo's leading in April. Who do we have here? We've got Carolyn's Craft Tray. Yay. She's amazing too. She's going to be leading in May. And Daisies and Grace is leading in June. Deb Ham's leading in July. Kentucky Crafter is leading in August. And then we've got Mama Juju in September. And Lizzie Jean's Artistic Chaos in October. I'm in November, and we're probably going to have a roundtable like this in December next year as well. So let's see. Yes, we love Miss Caroline. What else? Okay, so Nana, what was your favorite thing this year?
I just like the process, I think, of having something to do just for the month and just sticking to it the whole month. I think I just inundated people with so many videos, but I just got into it and I just kept going. And just doing different things and with different artists, picking their digitals. And I guess my favorite is what I ended with this year. I sort of snuck it in December as well, was where I just had an inspiration pick and I just took the picture and just sat down and said, okay, can I do this just by looking at this picture? That was probably my favorite, just playing with that.
One of your series that I loved was your making paper series.
That was
and I know
fun too.
you have something that looks like this.
Yes.
And I'm saving up my paper so I can make some homemade paper too. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I even bought myself a little maker to do it. So I hope to make some for the shop. A lot of you guys know I make journals for both the shop and for for Yvette's shop. So I want to give a call out to her shop, her coffee shop. She supports artists by selling our items on her coffee shop, and she does a video of it and she ships them out for us and does some great work. So Yvette, do you want to talk a little bit more about your shop really quick?
I can do that. So I started this shop, Dawn, you know, but some people might not. So Lindsay Zenor with Nevermore Creations, she had a YouTube channel and she used to sell journals, consignment journals from people all over the world. And so, um, a couple of years ago now, probably 3 years ago now, I got pretty brave and I had been making junk journals. I hadn't really, it was a new thing for me. I was never a paper crafter. I did a lot of beadwork when I was a kid, and then growing up, was in 7 different galleries throughout the United States with my mom doing beadwork. And so I started making junk journals, and the thing I loved about it was it took all of the other crafts that I had. So I've done, as we all have as crafters through the years, you do different things, and I've done like cross stitch and embroidery and crochet and all these different things. So I love that I could bring all of those things into making a junk journal. And so for me, it was like um, a lot of fun to be able to make something out of nothing. I had no idea what I was doing because I had no paper background. So I made 15 journals and I don't journal. So I was like, what am I going to do with these? These are fun and great and everything. And I came across Lindsay's channel. So I watched it for a year and I kind of learned a lot about what sold, what didn't sell, how fast they sold, why they sold. And I just did a lot of research for that. So over that course is as that's kind of when I made those 15 journals. So I went ahead and got brave and I sent them to her. And they sold really quickly. So I was excited about that. Well, then now we go, what, a year and a half later, her life changed and she wasn't going to do consignment anymore. So I thought, well, I could do that. I could, take over that if she was willing to do that. So we talked and that's how that came about. I purchased the consignment portion of her shop and some of the artists from her shop came over. I also got some new artists and my items aren't selling as fast as hers, but that's because I'm new at it and I don't have the vast amount of people watching my channel. So I had just started my YouTube channel about 6 months prior to that. So anyway, long story short, I represent artists from all over the world. I have currently about 23 artists that I represent. And then I have suppliers. Dawn is one of them, and Cindy Anderson. And I also have Joanne Hull. So a lot of the people who send me those items, I mean, those are people that I have handpicked that I, like their work or they have a unique thing. Um, so I'm able to bring those things to other people. And I think for me, like the greatest part of this whole process for the last year and a half that I've had the shop is that I get to show other people's work and get them into the hands of people who will appreciate them. So many times as artists, oh, Dawn, so many times as artists, we think that it's not good enough or it's, you know, oh, I don't know if mine's up to par. I don't have this or that. Well, that's the great thing about a junk journal is it is totally you. Whatever is put into it is you. And I do have guidelines for my shop as far as number of pages, well constructed, things like that. But I don't put a lot of restriction on that. So it's a unique position because I have to represent the artist, but I also have to represent the customer. And so I've had a few times where I've had to have a hard conversation that's like, you know, this isn't quite where it needs to be. I don't want to say that because you're kind of putting a bummer on somebody's work, right? And it hasn't happened a lot, but um and one person in particular, I had a conversation like that and she was like, thank you so much, it helps me. So I was able to help her through like getting her signatures in tighter so that when I put those journals in my shop, they were able to get a little bit higher price. So that's been a lot of fun, just representing other people's work and working with so many great artists. It is a wonderful encouragement to me. So I'm happy to provide that service. That's
I
it.
just want to say, you and I joined Lindsay around the same time, and I've always admired your beadwork and all the work that you've done. And we live close together, and we met up through Lindsay's channel, so that's how Yvette and I know each other, and
Mhm.
we've been able to keep in touch for the last several years. So it's nice to just have friends come along with us in the process. But yeah, the thing that I loved both about Lindsay and about you is you're really honest about our work from just a structural and a quality viewpoint so that people can learn. And that's the thing about junk journaling. We all start from somewhere and we can improve. And I've fallen into my sweet spot where I make really simple journals and sell them in a shop. I always say I'm like the Starbucks or McDonald's of junk journaling, and not in a bad way. It's just my journals are pretty consistent and I make them sort of the same structure so that I can put them in shops and people know what they're getting and you know what you're getting from me. So, Nana, how did you join the 12 by 12?
You, we met through another group, and just sort of you invited me, and we joined our little group there of our support system, and you sort of asked, and I just sort of jumped in, and I've enjoyed it. I really have enjoyed it an awful lot. Of course, I knew Yvette before we met each other through another Facebook group that isn't existing anymore. Um, and when I realized, oh, I knew her from back then, it was one of those things like, oh, we have known each other for a little bit longer than we thought. So,
Yeah, so when we were in that group together, that group was set up, it was a Facebook group for junk journaling, and it was set up
mhm.
that you had different tiers. And I didn't know that coming in. I had just come in. I had made my first journal, which was not sewn in, it was stapled together. And so I came into that group and I was like, oh, this is great, because they were talking about having a journal exchange. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. So I jump in, of course, me go for full force. And I said, hey, I want to do this. And everybody's like, whoa, whoa, you got to go through the tiers. And I'm like, the what? And it was very structured, which I'm not. But
Yeah.
so what happened, which was a good thing because there was, some swaps going on and people weren't being honoring those swaps and things like that. So the first step was you had a swap where you sent the item to the host and then she
Yes.
distributed it
Hmm.
out among everybody. And then the next step was you had a swap where you were a one-on-one swap with somebody and you sent it directly to them. So it's kind of like building trust within the community, which was good. And then I just jumped in and was like, "Hey, I wanna do this," and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, you gotta go through the tiers."
Hmm.
"What?" And some people were really cool about it, other people were like, "Nope, this is the rule, you go through the tiers, that's how it is," and so I was like, "Oh, this is kinda crazy." It was a great group, I loved it. So the person who was leading that up said, "You know what? I would swap with you personally." So I was
Hmm.
like, cool. Well, then I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never sewn in a journal, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. And so I just jumped in with both feet and I watched a video on how to sew in a journal and I liked how they did it, but I changed it up a little. So I do it my own way anyway. And then I sent her my first journal and she sent me one. So when I got that first journal from her, I just looked through it 100 billion times because she had so many different ideas than I had. And she came from a paper making background.
Hmm.
So she was more, she had done the whole like, what do you call it, scrapbooking layouts and things like that. So she did a lot of layering and textures and all these things that I was just like, ooh, that's cool. That's cool.
And
That's cool.
probably a tassel to die for was in there too, attached to that
Oh,
journal.
her tassels
Her
are
tassels, yes.
beyond. Yes, I got this monstrosity of a tassel that I was just like, it was so luxurious and so over the top and I mean it looked like it came out of England in the 1600s. It was
Yes.
beautiful. I was just like, this is so great. And so, through that, her and I are still friends and we chat all the time, but
Hmm.
um, through that whole process was like it kind of helped me to build my confidence in making a junk journal because I was now committed to get one to somebody because they were going to send
Mhm.
me one. And so that was helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how that whole kind of thing started. Oh, I got double vision here.
We all came from different backgrounds and different places, and we met. And then you knew Don, and we've got this like nice little tight group right now. You know, it's pretty nice, and I like that we're bringing new people in and to expand our little friendships. I call them my crafty friendships. We
Yeah,
might
and
not see each other in person, but we do online.
the thing I love about the junk journal community is that even though somebody might do boho and somebody might do vintage grungy and somebody might be like Don and make 300 journals a year, they might be like me and be challenged to make 12 a year, so everybody's different, and there's no judgment as to how you work it. So like for me, this mass making, as you can see, I'm kind of struggling here because it's like I don't know where this is going to go, and I don't know what it's going to do or where it's going to be or where it's going to live, where my journals are more like a theme and set, and I know a direction it's going. So this is a challenge. It's fun. I'm having fun. So that's going to be my January challenge to myself,
Oh,
is mass
cool.
making a few things. So
That's good.
we'll see how it
That's a
goes.
good goal for January. I still don't know what I'm doing for January yet.
Feel free to jump on my wagon.
Yeah. I've got a
I might
crafting
need
block going on right now. I guess you can get
I
so
might
many
need your
different
help.
ideas. Yeah.
Well, and I always come up with ideas and change my ideas like within the next 3 minutes after I come up with it. But I've got Juju helping me out with that. I've just committed to be making journals is not the biggest challenge for me. I thought I was going to try to craft with you guys, but I don't think that is going to work for me. So I'll change it back to where we were. But I'm going to be making digitals for all the states. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That will be a lot of fun. And I've already started on Mississippi, and we will be doing that this next year. I'll be releasing those digitals, and we'll have a craft and chat with Juju. So that will be a lot of fun too. Yeah, mass making is tough because it's the storage. Unless you have a way to get the stuff that you're making in mass out of the house and into somebody else's hand, mass making doesn't make a lot of sense for people. I think working on one journal at a time or one project at a time is actually a good idea, unless you are creating unless you do make 300 journals or more a year. So mass making is good to build up a stash for a little bit, but having it be something you do all the time, it will overcome your craft room. As you can see behind me, that does happen. Even with me, who gets so much stuff out, I still feel like I'm overwhelmed with some of the mass makes that I do. But let's see. I told the gals online that it's raining really hard here. If the power goes out, that may happen just because that's what's going on. But I will still be doing flip throughs of journals also for the 12 by 12. But I'm really looking forward to the reason I want to make digitals for all 50 states is 2025 is America's 250th birthday. Yeah, that's it. So I'm really excited about having resources for people to grab and make for their states. And just so much is happening in America and being restoring, we're having a good time with, we're going to be partying a lot in 2025. And I just want to make resources available for people to take pride in their state and tell their stories. So all of us have a story, and America has an amazing story. And we're seeing stories unfold currently and in history. So it'll just be a fun place for us to craft and chat about life and about and honoring the different states and the different things that have happened that have made us really appreciate living here. Bonnie.
In April, you are exactly right. You end up with tubs and tubs of finished journals to store. You are correct. I'm right there with you, girl. Her comment.
Yeah. But it's, you guys are so great at sharing what you've made, and what you made is amazing. So I learned so much from both you guys. And Nana, you really are the queen at saving money.
That was when I started my channel. That was my thing. I wanted to be a DIY crafter, a free sourcer, and I pretty much stick to it. But you know, if
Yeah.
I think my husband would really appreciate if I use some of the stuff I bought. But but I love
And
doing things for free or near free.
yeah. Some of the things that I'm looking forward to. So Nana, you one thing that we decided to do this year is we invited people to come join us in the challenge.
Mhm.
And Nana, you had suggested Kentucky Crafter Sandy. I have
Mhm.
been on a design team with her in another group, and she's the sweetest thing, and she's got creative
Yes.
ideas. Is there something that you love about her that you wanted to share?
I just love her spirit. You know, when you
Mm-hmm.
watch somebody and they share with you, you know that they're genuine in what they're
Right.
doing. They really have a love for it. And I think that's what draws me to Sandy, and I always
Yeah.
have. And, you know, and hopefully one of these days where we are just a few, you know, under 2 hours away, hopefully sometime we can get together. You know, you realize you meet these people and you're like, oh, wow, we're in the same state. We're that close together. You know, you don't really realize you're that close.
Well,
So,
I know some of you guys got a chance to just see either in FaceTime or whatever when my best friend Kim came out from Kentucky.
mhm.
So, and we both love crafting, and she lives in Kentucky as well. So we've been friends since we were preteens. So, and I know she follows us, and someday I hope she'll join us and make. She did some great things for her Christmas decorations. She's very creative. She paints for church plays and all this stuff. So she's always been really creative as well. But there's something about the South, you know, there's so many of you guys that are just amazing and so much fun to hang out with. And then there's Yvette and me on the West Coast. And we can't forget JoJo. She is up in Canada, and she is a great talent as well. She is very good at instructing us how to do things in a very precise way. And I love that about her. And she shares lots of fun things. Hi, Tony. Welcome. So glad you're here with us. We're talking about the gals who are a part of the 24 12 by 12 challenge, which talked about Jones Junk Journals and more. Creative Nana invited Kentucky Crafter for the 2025 challenge. And Trisha is in India. She's not going to be joining us next year. She's one of my best friends and used to live just around the corner from me. But she's in India now. So I invited Bonnie, and Bonnie invited Deb, and they both are going to be with us next year. And they are a duo, and we're going to have lots of fun with them. We may be crafting with them, and Deb does sales. She's a great resource to get items very cheap, and but reasonable too. We're encouraging her to actually value what she works on and sell things at a price that is fair to everybody. And but she does great handmaids, and she's got a lot of resources she's looking to share with other people. And she's so sweet. She has a handful of gals that she allows to sell things on her channel, and I got to do that a couple times with her, and it was such a blessing. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and might provide some of that opportunity on my channel as well. So welcome, Tony. We're so glad you could be here with us. Let's see. Oh, and then we have Juju. She is with us, and she's not feeling very well, but she also invited a friend, Carrie. And I'm looking forward to learning more about Carrie's work. I haven't chatted with her a whole lot, but I have a little bit, and she's very creative. I've seen her work. Or actually, it was Joan who invited Carrie, and JoJo who invited Lizzie Jean. So look for those channels. They will be in the description list below. I will have that listed. Yes, sorry about that, April. And we are just going to have a great time together. So keeping track of 5 other people was really easy. Adding a whole bunch of other people to this poor brain of mine, you know, I might mess up a little bit, but I know you guys will have a lot of grace for me. So yes, Deb Ham is 3 hands and a chick. And so let me see if there's anything else we need to talk about. We've
So
got
I
Yvette.
oh, go ahead.
What are you going to work on next year?
Myself. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're always doing that, but I did want to mention that I had invited Jackie from Sugar's Crafty Closet, and she had some life changes and can no longer be with us last minute, and so we just wanted to tell her we love her, and she's
Mhm.
amazing. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, she's a lot of fun, and yeah, so check her out, and she's gonna join in when she can. She's gonna mention us in her videos and stuff, but she had to cancel that last minute due to health reasons. So keep her in your thoughts.
Will do.
Always
Yes.
nice.
And that's sort of the heart of the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge too, is, we like to do challenges because we do like to grow and develop ourselves and stuff like that, but life happens. And we may not always be able to get that video done on time or work on the project we intended to work on. And we have a lot of grace for each other. So we have so much grace for her. And if you want to join in the challenges and post videos to the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge 2025, feel free to do that on your own social media or on Daisies and Grace on Facebook. And we'd love to see what you make. And we're just so grateful that you guys have spent time following us, looking at the playlist, and playing along with us. We know that we love the art of junk journaling. We love the art of building community with people who like similar things and who like to document about the beautiful things and the harsh things and just life in general. I'm a true journaler. I love to journal, and there's beautiful things about life, and there's not beautiful things about life. So I'm so glad that we have the opportunity to share those with each other, go through those life struggles. April's not feeling great, but she's still here hanging out with us. We have people who join us and who might need to back out. We have people who travel globally and can't do everything all the time. So those things happen, and that's the grace. That is the wonderful thing about this community. We really have beautiful people in the whole junk journal community, and I think we're all grateful for that, and why we want to expand and invite people to be a part of things and send people to other places. So always feel free to share somebody that you're inspired by. I encourage you, if you make a journal and there's somebody who inspires you, it's like, oh, I was inspired by so-and-so. It doesn't have to be from our group. There's several people in the journaling community that was like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to making a journal in her style, or his style, since we have so many great people out there. So anyways, that's what I have to say so far. Do you guys, do either one of you want to add anything else?
I think I'm good, and just I hope everybody tunes into all the videos and share. You got ideas you want to see from us? Hey, let us know. Especially for me, you want to see something wacky done and make a mess, and you don't want to do it yourself, and you want to see somebody try it. Call on Nana. That's my thing. Making a mess, try it. I don't care if I do fail. I'll try it for you.
And if
Well, I
you don't
think we
like
need
getting
to
your
ask
hands
Dawn.
dirty, follow me. No.
And if you want to play with something that you don't know what to do with, join me.
Yeah.
So, Dawn, I was going to ask you, what did you enjoy most about the challenge?
Well, I definitely enjoy the community, but so when we first started out, I love what all you guys do. So I was trying to copy you guys every month, but I just couldn't keep up. So you see, like in the first, it's like I'm making everything what everybody else is making, and it's like, oh yeah, I just can't. They're like,
It is, after all, a challenge.
yeah. Well, it's not like somebody was putting out like 20 videos every month or something.
I don't know who would be doing that. No idea.
No overachievers here. 2 videos a month, it becomes 20. What's up with that? So, no. Okay. I'll tell you what I loved about each person. So, because that's really how my mind thinks. I think in months or in seasons, and I think in artists. So, Yvette, I love so much of what you do, but I really I bought your book. I shared it. Your yo-yo journal was like my favorite journal that I've seen you make so far. So that was my favorite thing from you. For myself, what I did, I actually like Bonnie's cleaning challenge because I'm such a functionalist and I like to work in a good, clean space, and it helped me organize so much more than I would have normally organized. I know I'm crazy. I love every project I work on. It's like I pick up something, it's like, oh, I love this. So it's hard for me to pick personally what I love myself, because I really do. You know, I pick something up and I'm in love with it. You know, that's just how I am. So if I'm trying to think if there's something that I hated, and I'm not, if I had to get my hands really dirty, probably. I'll give you guys a bad time with that. Let me see. Juju, I love her Freaky Fridays. They're not the 12 by 12, but they were a lot of fun. And then she's just so great at taking a challenge and doing things with that. That's fabulous. Nana, your glues are fabulous, and you've showed us how to make great glues. And your flower project was really cool too, like where you did all the flowers. I thought that was really cool. I loved Joan's birds cards, her cards with the birds. I haven't done that yet, but I've been wanting to do that. I'm going to have to make some Japanese journals with Trisha, because she is doing her whole Japanese thing, and has always been on my bucket list. I've got like 2,500 anime journals I want to do fan journals of. And I'm not an overachiever at all either. Okay, what else?
So are you telling me, Dawn, all those flowers I made and all those videos, I can just box them up and send them all to you then? And get them out of, okay, and get them out of my room? Okay. I love.
Yeah, because I don't want to sew them.
I'll sew them for you and send them to you. I love doing this.
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't want to
It's
sew them.
beautiful.
I'm just like, oh no. Who am I missing? So I'm just trying to think. Did I miss anyone? I got Yvette. I got you. I got Trisha. I got April. Who am I missing?
I think you got everybody,
Joan.
didn't you?
I think I got everybody.
You got
So,
Joan
yeah,
and the birds.
I think we're good. 3 not here, 3 here. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to seeing some more of the videos of the new gals. Like I've seen maybe their videos here or there as they come up on the feed and watch them, but I haven't watched them really in depth. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I know on Sundays, Lisa Jean does live, so make sure you follow her. And then we'll share more about the other gals. I hope to do more interviews and craft and chats. I will figure out more things with my camera so I can actually be crafting as well. But yes, is Beth here? Hi, Beth. I see that somebody's talking about Beth.
I think just you forgot to mention her. That's what they were talking about.
Oh, Beth has been a part of the 12 by 12 in the collaboration and just supporting us. She is a friend of mine from here, and she's moved to the South. And she just has always inspired me in making my digitals and doing junk journaling. She has been one of my biggest cheerleaders and best friends since I moved to Oregon. So she just ended up being part of the 12 by 12 collaboration because she was one of those visionary people in my life. So anyways, that's why she's there. Love you, Beth. And I think let's see, April, what did you love doing? Your mixed media? Your mixed media is amazing. Yes.
Mm-hmm. She does very well with it.
Yes, for sure. I'm looking forward to this next year and seeing what you create. Well, I think we are about at the end. We actually succeeded. Okay, one of the other things that I want to do, that's a goal, but it may not come up on YouTube as much, is me learning more of the techie stuff. So thanks to the gals who came on with me early to practice this, and the gals in the chat who are keeping us looking like we're active. And but go ahead and check out the replay. We're thankful that you guys are willing to watch that as well. Thank you for coming. I saw Tony. We're so glad that you joined us, and thank you for following us. We see your comments in our videos, and we're very grateful to you. So thank you for joining us, and you guys have a wonderful time. And we'll see you guys next year, and we'll start the 12 by 12. Yvette is going to be starting off the year the first. She's our lead. So thank you, Yvette, for taking that up, and we will see you guys later.
I'll catch you all later.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We did it. Are you guys still there?
Yes, I'm still
Yay,
here.
we did it. Thanks, you guys.
Oh, thank you for hosting and doing this. I think it turned out okay.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I made you guys see my big belly. Oh, well. Had to show off that beautiful journal.
Are you still live?
Nope, I turned us off. I ended the
Okay.
stream, I think. Let me make sure.
I was just saying because of April's comment, you live. So I wonder if she was trying to tell us we were still live. Yeah, she